Sure, sir. Shiva,
Preeti madam, just give 2 minutes time. Just I'll give a brief introduction, then followed by we'll have a order of the speeches and we'll take up 1 minute time. Because we are expecting more people. 230 people have joined. We have yet to get a good number over here. Just give me 2 minutes time. I was told by Professor Ramakrishna Garu that the order of the speech will be first by Preeti Madam and followed by Prabhu Rajgopal Garu and followed by Shivanagendra. Here the flow is made like this. I will be acting as a moderator, give a brief introduction about this program and the purpose of this program, and followed by invite one by one into the presentation part, and followed by we have three people from our end, academic dean, who will be taking care of the question answer session and they will share some insights. So this is the sequence. Mohana Priya, please take our Professor Adireddy Garu into panelist. I think he's there in the attendees list.
sure.
Video problem it is.
No, I think you are there in the attendees list, Professor Adireddy Garu. You will be pulled into panel part.
Sure, sir. Sure, sir.
Person you are speaking with has put you.
What is your Zoom ID, Adireddy sir? Give a thumbs up. Give a hand raise. Adireddy sir, please give a hand raise. Mohana Priya, please pull him into panelist.
Sure, sir. Sure, sir.
I think he
Right
joined
away,
with
we
another
are
name.
getting.
He joined with another name, I think. Sai Prashas.
Adireddy Garu, just change your name as Adireddy. Sai.
Sir, could you please ask sir to raise hand?
He has raised a hand.
Right.
మీరు ఏ నేమ్ తో ఉన్నారు జూమ్ ఐడి? డిఎస్ఎన్ఆర్ డిఎస్ఎన్ఆర్ మోహన ప్రియ డిఎస్ఎన్ఆర్ డేస్ ఐఐటి జోన్.
DSNR IIT, sir.
డిఎస్ఎన్ఆర్ డేస్ ఐఐటి జోన్.
Okay, sir.
Identified?
Sir, it's done, sir.
Done. So just inform to Raghu sir from your end, Adireddy Garu. Just what is his ID name? Just mention it. Yes, Adireddy Garu, good evening. I think all the panel members keep the video on so that we are visible to all the participants. So let us, Mohana Priya, can we start? Shall we start or will wait?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, thank you, Mohana Priya. Good evening to all the participants joining for this program through Zoom and YouTube live sessions. So, dear students, respected parents and esteemed faculty members, and dear administrative team of Sri Chaitanya, a warm welcome to you all from Sri Chaitanya institutions and IIT Madras. So here, I am D.R.K. Rao from Sri Chaitanya Central Office, Hyderabad, and it is my pleasure to welcome you all for this exclusive knowledge session. Today's session is being conducted by eminent professors from IIT Madras, who will be sharing valuable insights about IIT Madras International Campus, popularly known as IIT Zanzibar campus, located in Tanzania, East Africa. This session is not just an awareness program, it is a unique opportunity to all of us to interact directly with the professors from the institution that is ranked number 1 in the NIRF. Here we are honored to have the following distinguished panel members, that is speakers. One is Professor Preeti Aghalayam, Madam. And second, we have Professor Prabhu Rajgopal Garu, sir. And thirdly, we have Professor Shivanagendra Garu.
Hi, sir. Hi, sir.
Yeah, these are the three members from IIT. These are the three members, professors from IIT Madras, representing campus, who are the part of IIT Zanzibar of Tanzania, East Africa. And from our end, we are also having three distinguished guests from our end, who are the academicians, senior most academicians, under the directions of our national coordinator, Umashankar sir. He has referred three representing members so that this program can go in a clarity mode with a lot of insights and the question answers can be taken care. So we have here C. Adireddy Garu, Academic Dean representing Telangana part.
Hello, sir. Good evening.
And we have here C. Bhagirao Garu, Academic Dean representing Maharashtra and rest of the India part.
Hello, good evening, everyone.
And we are yet to have Sri Raghu sir, Academic Executive Dean from Andhra Pradesh. I think Raghu sir, if you are there in the attendees list, just raise your hand so that give me a ring, give me a call so that I will pull you into the panel list. So now coming to talk about, before taking the session, just to hear the introduction of Professor Preeti Aghalayam. So first of all, it is a privilege for all the Sri Chaitanya students, parents, and the faculty members to have such a great interaction with all the faculty members and the representing members from IIT Zanzibar camp. So coming to the first speaker of this session, Professor Preeti Aghalayam. She is MS Anant Institute from Chemical Engineering Department, Chair Professor of IIT Madras. And Madam is Dean Global Engagement and Founder Director in charge for IIT Madras Zanzibar campus. Madam has done research in automotive catalysis, carbon dioxide utilization, coal gasification, and research engineering. And Preeti Madam has got 60 plus journals publication and author of coal gasification. And coming to her educational background, Preeti Madam has done her BTech from IIT Madras and MS from University of Rochester and her PhD from University of Massachusetts. And coming to her postdoctoral research is from MIT, and formerly she was a faculty of IIT Bombay. Coming to she is beside the member of national panels and recipient of INAE Young Engineer other awards. And more than that, I have an interesting point to say about Preeti Madam is, it is a very interesting point we found. Preeti is deeply interested in puzzles and reading, writing, running, and her passion for this enable her to bring into strong communication skills, games, and sense of community dreams into her classes and administrative leadership. And special point here is she has participated in several marathons of 41 kilometers and half marathons of 21 kilometers. Now it is the time for us to hear Preeti Madam. Welcome to Preeti Madam.
Thank you, sir. So kind of you. It's such an honor and pleasure for us to interact with this lovely group today. So my task, I think, is the simplest of all. I'm well supported by colleagues. My task is to just talk about something that is extremely close to all our hearts, which is our beautiful institution, IIT Madras. I'll spend maybe 5 minutes or so. Probably a lot of information about IIT Madras is well known, but from our perspective, we do want to convey this and also say a little bit about why this outrageous global step has been taken by our institution. So we've titled this presentation From India to the World, and we want to talk a little bit of history. I trust that people can see the slides, and when I change it, I hope that it also changes on your screen. How do I verify that? Mr. Shiva, maybe you can, yeah, okay, great. So in terms of history, there are 23 engineering and technology institutes that go by the name IIT. All the IITs are autonomous and they've been established in India as institutes of national importance, and we come through an enablement of the parliament, which means that there's a lot of pressure on really contributing to the nation in a very unique way through our technology. Historically, in the post-independence era, some of you may know that there was a large committee headed by Sir N.R. Sarkar, who thought up of the idea of institutes like this, which would enable the economic development of our post-independent nation in a very unique manner, mainly focusing on technology and training of the workforce for the needs of that day and age. From the committee, the recommendation was for at least 4 higher technical institutes, and the model was similar to an already popular and very dominant institution, which is MIT in Cambridge, USA. And the recommendation was to distribute, from the beginning, was to distribute it across our lovely large. The first IIT to establish itself was not IIT Madras, but IIT Kharagpur in the West, and it was established only as recently as 1950, compared to institutions like MIT and Cambridge and so on, which are much older than this. So these photos, they come from my colleague, I'll confess. This on the top right is an old photo of IIT Kharagpur during its initial days, and on the bottom left is a small one, not the same, but currently how it looks. There's been a fair amount of evolution, not very obvious in these photos. Only when you visit, you're probably going to be able to tell. Now, the other aspect of the IITs was that we've always been leveraging and enriching ourselves through international cooperation. For example, IIT Bombay, which was established in 1958, had a cooperation from a very dominant nation that was doing really excellent academic work, that is the Soviet Union, whereas IIT Madras was really remarkably well supported by the erstwhile West Germany. And we were launched in 1959. We came to bear in 1959. For almost 15 years after our inception, we were handheld by the German faculty and academicians, training in terms of laboratories and so on, laboratories and workshops. Several of the initial faculty of IIT Madras were welcomed to Germany to do their research work and get PhDs and so on. And many times when we thought about our step into Africa, we had this model in mind, that we go into this new region, bring this brand of absolutely high standard of academic excellence, and contribute in a very unique, very meaningful, aspirational way to the nation and the region over there, like the German government did for us. Subsequent to the initial launch of the 5 IITs, there's been a large expansion, and I think even this large participation that we are having on this call is because of this visionary expansion. And of course, our population has grown so much, and the requirements are also immense in our country. So since 1994, there's been an expansion. IIT Guwahati was established as a 6th institute. And then subsequently, several newer generation IITs totaling to 23 are what we have currently, and contributing to this highest academic excellence and technology development of our country. In this journey in 2023, the enablement for IITs to go abroad came in through the National Education Policy of 2020. And IIT Madras took the first step, not by very far, because IIT Delhi also has a full-fledged physical campus offshore, and we only beat them by a handful of months, and it's definitely not a competition in that sense. So in Zanzibar, from 2023, from the initial days in 2022 or so, when we started conceptualizing this, it has been to think global and to build global leaders, to genuinely train global leaders, and to have this new campus be a microcosm of our large 650-acre campus here in Chennai. And it is my privilege to be sitting here in front of you as a newly minted Dean Global Engagement for IIT Madras, where our mandate is on really deepening, enriching our internationalization aspects, including but not limited to the physical campus. We are in unprecedented manner welcoming international students into our fold. Faculty from our partner, more than 300 partner institutions visit our campus and the reciprocal visits by our faculty, our research scholars, our postgraduate students to academic institutions abroad is beyond compare. And all of this has really put us on a global map. And one of the other activities which our campus is now famous for, which I know my colleague Professor Prabhu will speak about, is innovation and entrepreneurship. In this regard, we also have another angle in global expansion, which is called the IITM Global Research Foundation, which is represented on the right. In the interest of time, I won't talk much about it, but this is, you can just think of it as a lightweight set of campuses, which will ensure that there is IIT Madras presence in other regions of the world. So today what we are looking at is considering our beloved institution as not any other higher education institution where students go to college. It is genuinely a hotbed of ideas. It's where we welcome sharp young minds like some of you in the audience and from around the world, not just from India. And we train, help them grow, help them have really aspirational career paths for themselves in the future. Of course, there's education, degree programs, there's really top-notch sophisticated research, there's innovation and several other activities that our campuses are involved in today. And we are very grateful to persons like you who encourage us and motivate us to every day do better than before, and we welcome you to be part of the movement. So I'll stop over here and hand over to Professor Prabhu, who will talk about specifically about the IITM Zanzibar campus as director. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Prof. Preeti. Should I continue?
Give me 1 minute time, Prabhu sir. Once let me conclude her talk. So thank you, Preeti Madam, for your valuable insights about IITs and the journey towards Zanzibar. So here we have the second speaker. Before landing on to second speaker, we have to tell one important point about Sri Chaitanya. Sri Chaitanya, 42 years legacy, founded by Dr. B.S. Rao. By profession is a doctor, and Dr. Jansi Lakshmibai Madam. They have started this small institution in 1984 with 34 students, and now it has got more than 10 lakh students spread across India with 1,000 institutions. And undoubtedly, we are producing the best of the best results in terms of various competitive examinations in India. And coming to IIT side, just I want to quote the results of 2025. In 2025, it is a very big history. If I start talking about Sri Chaitanya's results, the big history, but I am taking an example of 2025 results because as the esteemed professors are here, it is privilege for our side also to present the result. So in 2025, we have 29 open category ranks below 100, madam, and dear members, and we have 115 ranks below 500 in open category, and we have 1,000 all category ranks 745 students. 745 students. Why I'm conveying these particular numbers is definitely being an NIRF #1 institution. Sri Chaitanya students' presence in IIT Chennai, IIT Madras campus has been there for the past decades. And we hear very good feedback from IIT Madras about the care that is being taken, especially in terms of the subject expertise and the interaction methods, and more than that, the placement services that they are getting. Thank you so much from Sri Chaitanya side. And these are the results. And last year, we have more than 4,200 students into advanced selections, madam. Now, passing on to our next speaker, Professor Rajgopal Garu. Just a brief intro about the Professor Rajkumar Rajgopal Garu to the audience. Professor Prabhu Rajgopal sir is director in charge of IIT Madras Zanzibar campus, and Professor Rajgopal Garu is a PhD and postdoc from Imperial College of London and integrated master from IIT Madras, specializes in automation, robotics, data engineering, and NDE. And it is privileged to share that sir has got 100 plus journal publications, 150 plus articles, 55 plus patents, and $50 million plus R&D funding, and co-founder of the startups like Planis, Sonalis, and Zyma, works on robotics, AI, and automation. Sir has led the IIT Madras Innovation Ecosystem Center for Innovation and the Nirman School of Innovation Entrepreneurship. And it is a privilege for us to have such a great eminent professor to speak to our students and parents.
DRK sir. DRK sir, this is Raghu sir.
Raghu sir, yes, I understand you have
Yeah,
come.
yeah, just 1 minute. Then, good evening to all the professors and the participants. My name is Raghu Kumar. I am the Executive Dean of IIT Academy representing Andhra Pradesh State. Really, it's a very good juncture by IIT Madras expanding globally. We are all very happy. The reason is in IITs, most of the students are there from Sri Chaitanya. And when we enter into IIT Madras recently, when I just came to IIT Madras, and I just gave a call to one of the students that I'm coming. There are so many students who came from Sri Chaitanya and studying there. And almost all the students are been doing very well in IIT Madras. And also the past students who passed out from IIT Madras are well settled. So really, we feel that IIT Madras has taken a very good initiative to open in globally to grow, and Zanzibar IIT also will raise to the standard of IIT Madras. I hope it will raise to the standard of IIT Madras. And it has been the number one, IIT Madras is the number one IITs. It's not the IIT Mumbai. Please don't mistaken me. If you take it on NRI, but this NRI of it's IIT Madras, but people will always think that IIT Mumbai is number one. But IIT Madras is number one, I know. And like how Chaitanya has been the number one in +1 and +2 and sending students to IITs, in a similar way, IIT Madras has been the number one in the country. And last year from our Chaitanya, almost all there are 800 to 900 students. And in the 4 years in IIT Madras, the number one institution, the number one IIT, the best IIT, our students are there. Our contribution in IIT is almost all 400 to 450 students are there from our Sri Chaitanya. So I think it's a very good initiative, sir. I just want to say all the best to the whole IIT Madras.
Thank you. Thank you, Raghu sir, for your inspiring words. Now it is the time to hear to Professor Prabhu Rajgopal sir.
So, thank you so much, Mr. DRK, Dr. DRK, for introducing us. And thank you, Prof. Preeti. So, word of caution, a lot of what I'm going to present is all thanks to Prof. Preeti and her team, actually, as the founder director. We are here thanks to the efforts of her and all the faculty members who have really put blood, sweat, into this campus here. So, to the students who are in this audience and to the parents, you might ask, why Zanzibar, right? So Zanzibar and India have historical links going back to millennia. It is said that, even when Vasco da Gama was coming to India, he was as in the previous slide, it was said there was an Indian trader who connected him actually. The quality of life here is really, admirable. There is fresh produce. In general, there is very little pollution and so on, and it is a very safe island. This is a very well governed island, and generally it is safe. And just last week, I was telling in the News 18 conference that our students love to be adventurous today. They would like to go to the Middle East, Europe, or the US. Zanzibar and Africa are at the heart of it. From here, you catch a single flight, you can get to anywhere in Europe or in the Middle East. So it's a strategic location as well. So this is the photograph of our present temporary campus. And you see some students drawn from first and second years on the right. So we are building a new, bigger, larger campus as well as we speak. So these are some photographs from the very first day when we had an initiation of this campus. You see our Honorable External Affairs Minister, Mr. S. Jaishankar. We also have the President of Zanzibar, Honorable His Excellency Hussein Ali Minni. In addition to Professor Raghu Rangaswamy, our Dean of Global Engagement, whose vision it was to set up our campus here. So, we are in East Africa, which is a collection of, about 5 to 6 very strong economies. So we have Tanzania, which is about 80 billion strong economy. We have Kenya, about 110 billion strong economy. We have Uganda, and a 90 billion strong economy. And then you have Ethiopia, you have all these countries together. This economy would be like, the 4 southern Indian states put together. It's as large as that. And we are here, drawing students from all over the world. I also have another slide where the stats are given. And we have both bachelor's and master's programs. We are also soon starting off our PhD programs here. So these are all the academic programs that are running right now. We have a bachelor's program, 4-year bachelor's in data sciences as well as chemical engineering. We have a master's in data sciences and a PhD program that is just starting up, as I said. We will also launch later this year a postgraduate program in data sciences. So the more about the undergraduate program. So the curriculum is set by IIT Madras. Sir, you had said that we should also grow like IIT Madras. There is no difference. We are IIT Madras. We are IIT Madras in East Africa. That's all, right? So the curriculum is set by eminent faculty from the home campus. There is a possibility of semester exchange at IIT Madras. The learning is very hands-on and personalized. The class strength here typically tends to be much smaller on the home campus. So I, for example, am teaching this semester and I know all the students' names already. So this is a luxury in today's era. And you get exposure to industry and research thanks to this small number. East Africa is booming. Dar es Salaam, which is the capital of Tanzania, is just a boat away, a couple of hours. And you have all sorts of manufacturing, processing, refining, mining industries in Dar es Salaam. And in addition, we are also connected to the Middle East, which although right now is in a little bit of a turmoil, but on a normal day, it's just a flight away. So in terms of the chemical engineering specifically, for example, we have 50% which is core chemical engineering and 50% other engineering. This also is an IIT Madras pattern. When Professor Bhaskar Ramamurthy was our director, he had a visionary initiative where he said that students should be free to choose their the subjects of their liking, actually. And that's why across all programs in IIT Madras, we have 50% as core and 50% is left to the students to choose from. Broadly, it is very similar in our data sciences program as well. So this is the student demographics I was mentioning. We are about 44% Tanzanian and about 49% students of Indian and from India and Indian origin. One very important statistic here is that we have a huge number of women students participation, and we have students from all over the world. So indeed, if you are looking for an international experience with an Indian flavor, I think the number is flipped from Preeti in the pie chart, actually. So it's women who are 47, men is 87, actually. So you're right. So, if you are looking for an international education at a location that is strategic and are looking forward to, a degree that lands you easily to anywhere in the world, Zanzibar is your place. We have a very strong internship program. We are proud to say that last year, all of our students got internship opportunities, and you will see some of the top companies here, whether it is Superdoll, one of the top IT and hardware companies in Tanzania, Zanlink, the premier internet services company in Tanzania. We have Bosch. We also have Gyan Data, which is a startup from IIT Madras. I'll come back to that in a bit. IIT Madras today is home to 600 plus startups. For the last 2 years, we've been creating 100 startups a year. It started last year, but this year also we have ended up with 110 already. So this entire startup ecosystem is linked to us. Our students have an opportunity to work together with them for their research and internship requirements. One of the beautiful aspects is that we have 5 young assistant professors, permanent faculty members at Zanzibar. We also have several more who have joined us recently, and we already have 4 labs here, working on different aspects of data sciences. So the Midas lab, for example, is looking at AI in vision. And the Insight Lab is also looking at AI applications for sequence-aware modeling, and we have agriculture-focused SAIL Lab as well. Already, our faculty are publishing in top journals, and they are getting international travel grants. And at any given point of time, you would see, if you look at our social media pages, one or the other faculty members has paper acceptances in one of the top AI conferences. We have partnerships with some of the best academic institutions and also industry partners. You will find Sri Chaitanya is also on that list. Thank you. We welcome that partnership. Now, before I close, our campus is vibrant. Thanks to Prof. Preeti and early faculty members like Prof. Ramakrishna, we have a culture of sporting. We have a culture of interacting with industry. These are some examples of Industry Day and Innovation Day. Industry Day will soon come up. Innovation Day is towards the later part of the year, when some of you, I'm hoping that will be with us actually. So Zanzibar is a tourist paradise. We have had 1 million tourists in the last year, and the number is just growing. Year on year, the number of tourists coming to Zanzibar increases by 150,000. So you can have a very satisfying social life beyond classrooms, life beyond your curricular activities. Now, outside the classroom, sporting is a very important activity for us. Running, football, we have participation in all major sports. Now, this year, we are also participating in all the top competitions in Tanzania as IIT Madras Zanzibar. Before I close, it's important for me to call out our pioneering innovation ecosystem. I used to be the faculty in charge of the Center for Innovation. Today, we have about 25 clubs working on domains like rocketry, autonomous cars, solar racing cars, and so on. We have a pre-incubator where typically you have 250, 300 teams working on ideas, converting them from prototypes to proof of concept to prototype, and then going from prototype to pilots. We created the School of Entrepreneurship last year to give an academic footprint to this whole activity. School of Entrepreneurship will have a branch in Zanzibar as well. This is statistics from 2024-25. We had created 100 startups that year. I don't have a slide yet, but this year also we have created 110 startups. And some of the exciting ideas here are, one of the teams working on 3D printing in space. This startup had raised $1 million at a seed round. They are raising a mouth-watering number again. Recently, they are trying to put data centers in space. So we have a startup that is trying to go from Chennai to Calcutta in 3 hours. I think that startup will also be relevant to go from Zanzibar to mainland in 30 minutes maybe. And we have a startup that is building cooling vests and so on. So this entire activity is also starting here. We are going to soon launch our Center for Innovation and Entrepreneurship at IIT Madras Zanzibar. Prof. Preeti, the call will come out today, tomorrow from my side to all the students here. So with these few words, I'll stop here. I'll hand the baton over to Professor Shiva Nagendra. So in summary...
Sir, Mr. Prabhu,
Yeah.
sir, Professor Prabhu, sir,
Yeah.
This is the first campus out of the country?
It was the first IIT Madras campus outside the country. And as
No,
Prof.
in
Preeti
total, it's not IIT Madras, in total.
Yes. Yeah, IIT Madras, Prof. Preeti can say more about it. Yeah.
So, Sir Raghu, there are two IIT campuses outside India right now. One is this one, which is of IIT Madras in Africa, and the other is IIT Delhi, which has a campus in Abu Dhabi.
Abu Dhabi.
Yeah,
Yeah,
madam.
and but of course,
How many years it has been open there, madam?
so we
Yes.
launched in July 2023, IIT Delhi in Jan 2024. So 6
Okay,
months.
how it is performing? The parents will be having that eagerness to know outside how IITs are performing.
I think we are
So
performing
Already we
some
have an experience of outside the country, so the parents will have that anxiety to know how it's functioning there and what is the output that we are getting from those campuses.
Sure, sir. So I'll speak about IITM Zanzibar. At this moment, we've graduated our first batch of postgraduate students in data science and AI about 8 months ago now. And they all received placements in top tech companies in India and a few of them in Tanzania. Some went into ministry departments in Zanzibar, and then a handful got into top PhD programs. So all our students, graduating students from masters, got well placed. Our first undergraduate batch hasn't graduated, but they are performing very well, and that's one of the things Professor Prabhu spoke about in terms of during the semester break, the internships that they are doing. We are receiving extremely good reports and testimonials about the work that they have done in a handful or several companies and working on their data science verticals. So this is where we are at this moment. And I think if you follow our social media pages, our students are also winning in several competitions, as Professor Prabhu was mentioning. They participate hackathons. Recently, there was a math championship one of our students win. So the prognosis, I think, is very good, and we'd like to reassure the parents that efforts are every day on from the team to ensure that the experience is just beyond compare.
Now, on behalf of our parents, I'm just asking, ma'am, like the internships and are also available at Zanzibar and all.
Yes. Yeah, I was speaking exclusively about the Zanzibar campus.
Okay. Like
Sir, thank
internships
you.
and all, they get the opportunities to do for internships and all.
Yes,
Yes.
sir, they've already done that in several places. Prabhu, do you want to also say something about
So
internships?
I had a slide here. So these are, for example, this is drawn from the last year where our students had done internships. So they have worked in banks, they have worked in IT companies, they have worked in, consumer electronics companies like Bosch. So all over, the important areas our students have worked in, including our startups. Gyan Data is an IIT Madras startup.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Raghu sir. Thank you. Before going to
One person has asked from the audience saying that I am in Tanzania. How can I join? That's what Prof. Shiva Nagendra will talk about next.
Yes, yes, sir. Yes, sir. So the sequence is after Shivanagendra sir's speech, we are going to open the session for question and answers. Then we can have a clarity question answers because from Telangana, Ms. Radhireddy sir is representing. He has got already received some questions. And before going to our third speaker, Professor Shivanagendra garu, I want to hear from our Bhagirav sir, who is academic dean representing Maharashtra and other states. About his views about IITs and his insights on this particular seminar and his views. Bhagirav sir. Bhagirav sir, are you there? Yeah, let us take a session words from Bhagirav sir. Adreddy sir, your inputs and insights and your suggestions on this area.
Yeah. Once again, good evening, respected professors. Good evening, my dear parents and students, and my co-representatives from Sri Chaitanya Educational Institutions. I, Dr. Adi Reddy, Dean of Sri Chaitanya Educational Institutions, representing from Telangana State. Really, it's wonderful session. It's an informative webinar. I heartfully congratulations and appreciation on your collaboration of IIT Tanzania Zanzibar campus contribution. So teamwork it is the collectively, of course. So it's a wonderful information, sir. Definitely, just we know that IIT Madras, it is the most prestigious global level institution. It's the most prestigious engineering institution around the globe. So that's what, no doubt, it's wonderful opportunity to all our IIT aspirants towards their successful future. Thank you very much on behalf of our parents and students for such an excellent expansion to make everyone's challenge is easier to tackle and achieve international career, as it has become very easy to access globally. So that's what, it's definitely a wonderful webinar, sir. And thank you for your time, sir. Sir, just please go ahead. After the completion of session, we have some doubts, of course. Later, I'll ask you. Thank you so much, D.R. Kirogar, Professor D.R. Kirogar.
Thank you, Adireddy sir. Before going to Shivanagendra sir, here some doubts are coming in the chat box. The doubts are being asked. I think Mohana Priya, please note down the doubts which are asked by the students, and we'll take up the doubts one by one after Professor Shivanagendra
Yeah,
Garu
can I
completes.
suggest we go ahead
Now,
with
coming,
Professor Shivanagendra, and then we can have the
yes, sir,
questions
yes,
together.
sir, yes, sir.
Sure.
That's what. Coming to Professor
This is very
Shivanagendra
important
Garu
to the generation.
introduction. Professor Shivanagendra Garu introduction. So, sir is a professor of civil engineering from IIT Madras and chairman IIT Madras Zanzibar Admissions Committee. And great to hear that former chair and vice chair of GATE JAM examination from 2022 to 2025 and expert airborne. He is expert in World Health Organization, expert on airborne transmission. And sir has been a director of CEFA, Clean Environment for Planetary Health in Asia, and he is into research of air quality management and measurement modeling and pollution control. Sir has done his PhD from IIT Delhi, mentored 26 PhD students, 295 plus publications, books and patents. And sir is a recipient of CSR Changemaker Award and IIT Madras Sustainable Championship Award, founder of Indian International Conference on Air Quality Management. Proud to hear and have such a great profile in today's interaction program. Over to Professor Shivanagendra, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much, sir, for introducing this. Can you all see my slide?
Yes.
Okay, so good evening to all, and welcome to this session. And I'm sure that after hearing to Professor Preeti, Dean Global Engagement, our Professor Prabhu, Director IIT Madras Zanzibar, you are all now eager to join the IIT Madras Zanzibar Institute. Now it is an opportunity. Now you know how to join that, and also you would like to see your parents can also visit you as a a tourist, because Zanzibar is a nice place. So I'm going to give you some overview of what are the ways or opportunities that are available for you to join this IIT Madras Zanzibar. So you already, Professor Rajgopal has indicated that we have two programs. One is BS in Data Science and Artificial Intelligence, and another is BS in Chemical Process Engineering. In order to join these programs, you should pass this 12th examination recognized by Central or Indian State Board, CBSE or State Board Education System, or Advanced Certificate of Secondary Education, which is also called as Form 6, or General Certificate of Education, GCE examination. It's also called Advanced A-Level, Cambridge International AS and A-Level examination, or International Baccalaureate IB Diploma program, or any school board university examination in India or any foreign country recognized as equivalent to 10+2 system by the Association of Indian Universities. So this is the eligibility in order to apply for these two programs. Now let's try to look at it. What is the selection process for joining this program? We have three stages. The stage one will have an application assessment aspect, which covers about 10 marks. And stage two will have a screening test, which is 60 marks. And stage 3 will be online interview, which covers about 30 marks. And today's emphasis for you is to make sure that you all submit your applications, register, and also plan for a screening test. So the key factors, marks in 12th are equivalent, and performance in the screening test, online interview, all this will be added in order to declare the ranking list. Now, then coming to the examination, particularly for the screening test, so we have 3 types of questions. We have a multiple choice questions, MCQ, or multiple select questions, MSQ, or numerical answer type questions, NAT type questions. And remember that there is no negative marking involved in any of these type of questions. So just quickly to get you focused on, you all aware of it now. It is much easy for you to answer this question in the MCQ. You have only one correct answer will be there. Just this is a question: IIT Madras Zanzibar campus was started in which year? 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024. So your answer will be 2023. Then the next question is, which of the following are even numbers? This is an example for MSQ questions. Even numbers 2, 5, 8, 11, it is there. So 2 and 8 are A and C are the answers. And coming to a numerical answer type questions, a candidate has to respond, do some, there will be some small problem or some analysis you need to perform and find out the answer for that, and he has to enter that answer. So for example, in this case, what is the value of pi? So you have to write the answer in 2 decimal places. So you can write 3.14 like that. Now, this is the general distribution of the marks. The screening test will cover about 10 marks, which covering about English and comprehension, analytical ability for another 10 marks, mathematics for 25 marks, physics, chemistry for 15 marks. So if you can look at use this QR code, and you can go back scanner, you can refer to the previous BS question paper. That will give you some more details about what is the question pattern. The important dates, you know that the application will close 30th April, since I know that all of you have completed your +2 examination very recently, and you are now eager to write your JEE exams. And now this is another opportunity where you know that you are going to have a degree from IIT Madras Zanzibar, which is same as IIT Madras degree here, and you will be trained. Sorry. Sorry for that. 1 minute. Something.
Did you need some help?
No, I got it. I don't know. Somehow it is. It's coming. Are you able to see the screen?
Yes.
I'm sorry for that. So the applications closes on 30th April. So please remember the exam starts on 6th June 2026. It's evening between to afternoon between 2 to 5 p.m. And our online interviews will be scheduled in the mid of June, and admission offer starts in early July 2026, and semester is planning to start from October 2026. So I was just mentioning about, so since there are various ways, since this is another opportunity for you to, join IIT Madras, as many of your, deans were mentioning that IIT Madras is the number 1. And you have to join IIT Madras, you need to qualify through JEE. But this is another opportunity for you to join IIT Madras Zanzibar institution with another examination, which is equally competitive. So all of you just make sure that note of these details. And we have many centers in Africa, including Tanzania and almost all other places like Kenya, then Zanzibar, then Nigeria, South Africa, Ethiopia. So, and in addition, we also have centers in Dubai, Doha in Qatar, and Muscat in Oman. Of course, in India, we have almost all major cities. We have centers. Please note when you are registered, you will also get details about which center you would like to write the examination.
Go back to previous slide, sir. Our people want to take a screenshot of this.
We can share these slides,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
I think we will happy to share these slides so
Yes.
that we can make use of it.
Yes, sir.
Please take this one for the time being.
Yeah, the attending students and parents who are interested, because one or two questions coming that where are the test centers, you can take a screenshot of this particular slide. Yes, sir.
So our important thing is some fees and scholarships. The tuition fees is about 12,000 US dollars per year for BS program, and about 6,000 US dollars per year per MTech program. And if you're planning for an on-campus accommodation, it's cost around $2,500 per year. And in addition, the scholarships in the form of partial or full tuition fees waiver are also given to deserving admitted students. And also there is a eligible SBI scholarship, scholar loan is also, students can explore. So how to reach, and once you are ready to, after joining, writing the examination, first thing is now you have to scan our, the admission portal and register and immediately make a fees payment and prepare for the examination. The syllabus for the examination already available in the website, and earlier question paper also are available. Please look into that. And once if you qualified and you are ready with your interviews, then we will give you more details about how to reach Zanzibar. As Professor Prabhu Rajgopal was mentioning, the Zanzibar is one boat away and one flight away. So you can reach either by, from India, you can go by flights and reach to the nearby, many airways that are available. Darussalam is the place you can go, and then or you can take another flight, or you can also use speed ferry boat to reach to IIT Zanzibar. So from the Middle East, from other regions also, there are well-connected flights to this place. So after reaching, Zanzibar, there are airport taxis, and also institute is also arranged airport pickup for students, and they can avail that facility. So travel essentials are you need to have a e-visa, visa on arrival, and more importantly, you need to have yellow fever certificate, and insurance is mandatory. Zanzibar specific travel insurance required for entry into Tanzania, that Zanzibar campus. These are some details. Once you qualified, you take an admission, then there is a type of visa is required. Either you can go for ordinary or tourist visa, single entry for 3 months. Then after that, you can apply for Tanzania e-visa portal on arrival, and then you will get a student permit, which IIT Madras Zanzibar campus administration will going to help you. So this is something which is important. You need to have a Zanzibar insurance, and also insurance you need to take. It costs about approximately $44 US, and you must purchase it online before you reach there. And more importantly, yellow fever is a mandatory vaccination is required for all the Indian travelers who are joining there. As Professor Rabu and Professor Preeti has indicated, it's a very beautiful campus. You will always see a blue sky where in some of the Indian cities is very difficult to get during the polluted days.
Mr. Professor Sivanagan, can I pose a question?
Yes, sir. I think this is my last slide. Please go ahead, sir.
The main is the food.
Food. I think now I'll request Professor Preeti and Professor Rajgopal sir to just answer this question because they are
No,
experienced.
in three of you, if anyone has attended, I think you will be knowing, is there any restaurants or anything that can
Yes,
be available of Indian food?
Professor Preeti, yes, sir. Professor Preeti
Sure,
and
sure. So no problem, Mr. Raghu. I've lived there for many years now, and food that we have, and when the next slide is also relevant when they talk about this multiculturalism, and it's this lot of influence of each other that we can see between India and Zanzibar that we can see there. So they have chapati as a local food. They're rice eaters mostly. Samosa is popular as a Zanzibari food. But to answer your question, it's a tourist destination. Tons of restaurants are there that serve. And our campus has a nice dining hall also.
Ma'am, please, one question. Is the degree awarded as same as IIT Madras?
So it's a Bachelor of Science degree, 4 years. The degree certificate or MTech if you're doing, the degree certificate is IIT Madras. I assume that is the question.
And one more question, ma'am, please. Permission. Is the degree internationally recognized and valid in India?
Of course, yes.
Yeah, okay, that's what.
And already, so 100%. These are IIT Madras degrees. Everything has gone through IIT Madras Senate. In fact, the agreement to do this campus is a tripartite agreement between the Ministry of Education India, Ministry of Education Zanzibar, and IIT Madras. We are only a third party to the agreement in that sense. So very, the enablement is at the highest level.
Actually, what is the duration and structure of the program, ma'am? Because if there is any detention or if the students are just facing some difficulties after joining, so just what is the solution for that? Actually, the parents are putting some doubts. That's what.
We expect that because the selection process is such, we're expecting really good students that will not have academic difficulties. But of course, all the rules, regulations, ordinances, as we call them, are IIT Madras. So whatever you expect in Chennai campus, you can expect in terms of enablements and support for the students.
You mean,
ma'am, is it the admission process we need to know by JOSA counseling or directly is there any website where we have to apply?
Already that session, exam process, everything completed, Raghu Garu. I think you are.
Exam process is completed to apply.
Okay, just to add to you, sir, that this is not the JOSA process. Here, the admission is through screening test, followed by the interview. And once based on those, if he is selected, then the admission office from the IIT Madras Zanzibar will contact
10 marks, 60 marks, 30 marks that you gave, no, sir, that one.
Correct.
Yeah.
One more. Who will teach this faculty from IIT Madras or even though they're local faculty? Why? Because some communication gap we're expecting between.
No, all the teaching will be done from the our most of them from IIT Madras faculties, and some of them are from. We have recruited. I think Professor Prabhu Rajgopal can give.
Okay, great. Thank you, sir.
Adri sir, just let us give some more time to Shiva Nagendra Garu to complete his 2 more slides are there. Then we will keep the forum open. Right, sir? Shiva Nagendra Garu, please continue.
Yeah, I think I'm just done with that because there were previously it was showing that it was a multicultural ecosystem. This is an opportunity to grow as a student. When we get just like it's like a T20 cricket match. So when the players are coming from different countries, the game quality will improve. In the same way, here the students are coming from different countries. And as a result, the ecosystem will enable the students to learn and understand and diversify. So this is the best part of the IIT Madras Zanzibar campus. And that's what I was just wanted to show you that one. And in fact, our both the Professor Preeti and Professor Prabhu as very esteemed colleagues, and they have set up all the things in the right directions. So students are really enjoying their stay there.
Done.
And I'll be expecting that more competition will be happens over the years to to join IIT Madras Zanzibar campus.
Sure, definitely.
Yeah, Chaitanya students will create that competition, sir.
Yes.
Sir, here I put one word, sir. Sri Chaitanya is such an organization, it creates internal competition among the children and explore into national level. And now you have given us a international challenge. So far, we are passing and surpassing the national levels. Now, you have introduced us one international project, and definitely under the guidance and directions of our esteemed directors, Sushma Madam and Seema Madam, Sridhar sir, and our operations director Nagendra Garu. Definitely, this is also going to be a very jackpot project or a crazy project for our students. Definitely, we look forward for. Now, shall we go for an open forum session
Yes,
for
sir.
question answer, sir?
Before going, I just request all the parents and students to take this QR code scan and
Yes,
just
yes.
register.
Much
Thank you.
needed.
Thank
Much
you.
needed.
Thank you very
Dear
much for your time,
dear
sir.
parents and students, and even the esteemed administrators and the faculty members, take this particular QR code as a scan, as a screenshot, so that it will give the total application mode and it takes you to the website and much more information is there. And Professor Shivanagendra Garu, you are showing some old question paper, previous year question papers. Can you go back to that slide?
Okay, I'll just
Because referring to old question papers is one of the amazing thing which will, and in fact we are excited to share that though in spite of the second session of the mains is going on right now, even our students have taken part in this particular seminar, clearly indicate their interest towards this type of international programs.
Okay, 1 minute.
Yeah, please go back to the previous slide where previous question papers are available.
Sure, I'll put that one.
Mr. Sivanarayan, Professor sir, I want to request you to take few minutes to address the parents and the students. They are very much fancy and crazy about CSC. You please give in your voice that all the branches of engineering are very good.
Raghu sir, your voice is not clarity. Some
Hello?
signal issue is there. Please come again. Raghu sir, connect on Wi-Fi and come again, sir.
Yeah, now audible? Yeah, I just want to request the professor to address the students that it's not CSE, all the branches of engineering are good. Why nowadays students are more crazy about CSE and related courses. Mechanical, civil, chemical, the students are not preferring. So please, I just want to ask the professor to address for a few minutes regarding this. Reason is our students are there. They are very much interested for CSE only. The opportunities are there for every branch.
Wonderful.
Can you address that?
Wonderful
Yes,
question
I
you
can.
raised, Raghu sir. And definitely the panel which we are having, Professor Preeti Madam is from Chemical Engineering Department and Professor Shivanagendra Garu is from the Civil Engineering Department. And coming to our Professor Prabhu Garu is from the Department of Mechanical. So a great question you raised. And undoubtedly in this uncertainty of AI booming and a lot of lapses of jobs are going on, please give some confidence and energy to our parents and students, dear professors. It is need of the hour.
I think
So I want to say, please,
Professor
Shiva,
Professor Preeti, please go ahead.
So I'll say something that was the advice I received when I was a student of your age. I met, my father made me talk to a number of professors, and what they told me was, at the undergraduate level, take a very basic engineering degree, because the requirement for that is not going to go away anytime. Next, when you go for post-graduation or your PhD, etc., you can go for a more specialized kind of degree. Even if you want to do, for example, if you want to do biotech, which is what I was thinking about these days, they said that the pathway to biotech can be through chemical engineering, which is one of the reasons that I chose chemical engineering. So I think if you can develop a little bit, and I loved chemistry, that was also the other reason. If you can develop a little bit of interest, think, not just what the classmates are doing, right? Think about yourself, how you look to distinguish yourself in the long term. And I think that will help, so that if you're genuinely interested in computer science, of course, you should try for it, but there's no need to flow with something just because everybody else seems to. So that's my view. I'm sure Shiva and Prabhu have other things to say.
One more question to you, Preeti madam. Nowadays, the students are having lot of fear towards chemistry, especially if you observe the trend of IIT mains or advanced, the phobia subject or the fearsome subject which they're scared of is chemistry. Can you please advise how to come out of this phobia and become more attached to chemistry and
Thank you,
develop the
sir.
skills?
And ma'am,
Thank you, sir.
ma'am,
Yes.
sorry, I'm disturbing you. Actually, here it is BS Chemical Process Engineering.
అది వద్దాం మళ్ళీ వద్దాం ఈ పాయింట్ అయినా పోద్దాం రెడ్డి గారు. మేడం లెట్ ప్లీజ్ కంటిన్యూ.
Yeah, actually,
hearing all this Telugu, I should encourage Prabhu to speak a little bit in Telugu. Since నాకు తెలీదు Telugu, so he can do
Telugu
it.
అయితే నేను కూడా ప్రొఫెసర్ శివ కూడా తెలుగే ఇక్కడ.
Here chemical process engineering. Chemical process engineering mean that, of course, it's vast no chemistry. Even so many branches, almost more than 22 branches in chemistry. So what is your focus from that BS, Bachelor Science in Chemistry, Chemical Process Engineering?
Okay.
Of course,
so, thank you. So chemistry and chemical engineering, chemical process engineering are not the same. In fact, if you look historically, chemical engineering came from a background of industrial chemistry, but it is a lot more than that. So in chemical engineering, the mathematical aspects, the what we call transport aspects of various units in a chemical plant are at the center of it. Of course, there's reactions. In fact, my own work is in what we call chemical reaction engineering, but it's a lot more than that. The field is a lot more diverse than that. And in fact, when we start our intro to chemical engineering type of classes, we challenge the students to touch anything that is in front of them. Touch a table, touch a notebook, the chair that you're sitting in, the clothes that you're wearing, without a chemical process involved, without the involvement of a chemical engineer, you're not going to get access to anything. If you look at energy, if you look at environment, if you look at what we are going to do about climate change, sustainability, water treatment, waste aspect, everything is the sort of the alley of chemical engineering and chemical process engineering. So I think that there is, of course, the previous question that sir asked was about a fear of chemistry. And I don't even understand that. Is the most beautiful subject. Maybe it's a little more considered as a lot of mugging up and rote memorization. But of course, that's not a good way to teach, definitely not a good way to learn. At IIT Madras, one of the big pedagogical shifts that we are embracing is to be a lot more analytical in the way we teach, in the way we expect our students to learn, and so on. And with that, I think chemistry will also become a very attractive subject and go beyond the motive of just rote memorization and regurgitation of facts.
Okay.
Thank you, madam. And now coming to question answer session, shall we open the session for question answers, Shivanagendra sir?
Yeah, we can open. Meantime, you asked for the admission process. I have just flashed the slide.
Yes, yes, please.
They can use this
Yes, yes.
website and they can get all the details related to that.
Yes, yes.
Please remember that 26th, that this month end is the last date for the registration. I request all of you interested to register.
This is the website address.
Yes.
admission.iitmz.ac.in. Okay, sir,
Correct.
noted.
Yeah. Thank you.
Can you please show that old question papers, previous question paper slide?
Where is that one?
I think 28.
Yes. Yeah. They can use this. They can download this question paper.
Enlarge it, sir. Please enlarge it. Increase the size.
Sure.
Dear parents and students, this is one support arrangement from the team side, where you can go through the QR code to have old question papers related to IIT Zanzibar. As it is said, it is not part of JOSA counseling. It is not connected with JEE entrance examination. It is purely a separate examination conducted for admissions into IIT Zanzibar. The fee structure is already mentioned, and we have received the information from the professor that a lot of scholarships are being offered, and SBI is also giving loans. This is the quick recap that I understand from their speech. Coming to one question, it is a BS degree, it is not a BTech degree. What exactly the difference it makes?
DRK
One question.
DRK sir,
Practically, there is no
some
difference.
parent is asking to share the fees structure slide. They want to see once.
Fee structure slide.
Yeah.
So practically, there is no difference between BS and BTech. So BS is a degree that is more in line with international programs. So for example, in the US and so on, you have BS and MS. We're just in line with international programs. That's all. Because this is an international campus.
Just like here, BTech and MTech, there BS and MS.
That's
Yes.
That. Raghu sir, this is
No.
the fee structure slide.
Our alumni tell us in the 60s, IIT Madras alumni had to explain what BTech was as compared to BE actually.
Yes, sir.
Sir, to what extent the fees waivers will be there? Because the main concern is finances and the high fee structure of your Zanzibar looks like a premium segment, and how to cope up. Because I was told by Professor Ramakrishna when he visited my office that up to 50% merit scholarships are there. Can you please enlighten on that area?
I think, sir, this is all depends on the deserving students who are admitted to the campus. The more details, maybe Professor Prabhu or Professor Preeti can give in this direction.
So that's a very well put opening statement. I'll again say something. Prof. Preeti will explain more as the ultimate boss on these matters. But indeed, the fee structure has been kept in mind. That this is an international campus, and this is at an entry level as a bachelor's. This is among the more affordable fee structures. But this is our promise. No deserving student will will leave without getting an admission. This much we can promise.
Okay.
Sir, there is a small question from the parents, sir. Is like JEE Advanced 2 attempts or how many attempts can be taken?
So right now we have not specified any attempts. The student can take, if they are not successful in this year, next year also they can try and attend it.
Okay.
So examination process, it's very easier, sir, of course.
Examination process is easy. Please remember that this is an international examination. So competition is also from the international. So I think, equally competitive.
Okay.
There is a question from Darshan. Can you repeat your question? Because 3 or 4 times you entered into the chat box. Darshan, can you repeat your question? And meanwhile, there is one more question from the parent side.
And
How about the placement assistance and the placement? Does it be taken care by IIT Madras or any separate? Well, because ultimately placement matters.
Okay, I
So
can
we have
come in.
Yeah, go ahead, Prof.
Prabhu. Okay,
And
so I can come in quickly on this. So placement in IIT Madras is run by, it's strongly run by our students themselves. They take and you may know this, they take a lot of initiative, and I'm sure your coach students are also excellent at this. So we are slowly getting up to speed over there in Zanzibar also, but we are supporting them. And the placement in that international campus has to be of very different nature. It is not, cannot, the same process as here cannot. And we're working on that. Our first undergraduate batch has not graduated yet. So that, and they are not, they're more than a year away from receiving their degree at this point, but it's IIT Madras. I think you should expect what it will be at IIT Madras. Prabhu, if you had something to think.
Yeah, so I was going to say the same, that our first batch is not graduated yet. But going by the way our MTechs have been lapped up, I think we believe there will be very strong placements for our BTechs as well, BS as well.
Just to add, maybe there may be many more opportunities. Actually, Africa is, really growing now. So I think the student from IIT Zanzibar, Madras Zanzibar campus will have better opportunities because since they are open to international market.
And one more question from the parents, sir, please. How many seats there in Zanzibar campus for BS? Intake.
So there is no, but typically we expect around 60 to 80.
60 to 80. Yeah, okay. And question from one more student. There is eligibility for 11th standard students they are asking. Of course,
No.
12th degree, 12th only.
12th.
Standard only, no, it is.
Can you show the slide for the availability of seats and courses from Darshan?
So there is a beautiful question in the chat box. If I joined in Zanzibar and I want to discontinue, so can I come back to IIT Madras?
No.
By any reason, if I cannot adjust there, can I come back to IIT Madras?
I think you know the answer, whoever is asking.
Raghu sir, it is not only a beautiful question, it is a very tricky question also.
No, someone has
just
posted that question.
Just to make sure that all the admissions are based to the institute specific.
Yeah, one thing I will say though is several of our students in Zanzibar in their third year or so receive an opportunity to spend a semester here in Chennai campus. And I think we've had at first batch about 10 of them have been here in Chennai campus for a semester. So they get a little sample of the Indian campus also in a semester exchange program, also very competitive, but you can't transfer from there to here, much like you can't transfer from here to there, from India to Zanzibar.
One question is coming from the female community, girl student parent. How safe it is?
Absolutely safe.
For girls.
Worry at all. We have 40% female student population. And Zanzibar is very unique. That's something I have been here 3 months. Prof. Preeti has been here 3 years. And I've seen there is a very strong participation of women in the workforce. In our campus, the administration is entirely women-led, actually. So it's very safe.
Sir, can we share any students' number or anything so that they can have the experience of Zanzibar campus? Anyone?
So not student numbers, please, but Ms. Mohana can support them with any specific queries they have.
Okay, ma'am.
Prabhu, hope that's okay. Yes.
No. Instead, we will put in this way. We need a live number from your department side so that we will keep that number open to all our student community parents. so that any type of questions can be posed over there.
That-
Whether you call it as a mail ID or any hotline number, you
Yeah.
please provide. I think that Mohana can take part into that one. Yeah,
Please.
Bhagirav sir came
Yeah.
into came back. We were waiting
Sorry,
for your
my
input.
internet was off.
Yeah,
So-
Bhagirav sir, the dear professors, I am pleased to introduce Bhagirav sir is one of the alumni of your IIT Chennai.
Yeah.
And we missed him for some time. Please, Bhagirav sir, your insights and your questions which you received from parents.
Yeah, thank you. Yes, I heard everything, but I could not able to come online.
Mm,
So, being an alumni from Madras, I completed in the year 2000 MTech. So I know much about my own institution. I did not talk about much, but as Raj Gopal sir said, there is it's internationally they wanted to take this entire initiative out of this India. What I understood was entire from the discussion. Yes, like BS and BTech. Actually, being a student there, and then BS is much prominent than BTech. Actually, most of the student doesn't know that. Actually, and in anywhere else, if they want to do their MS also in other countries, it will be very feasible and it's good also. And I have one question here. What about suppose a student qualified in JEE mains? If the same student is definitely required to attend for our test, is there any mandatory or what? Any one of you can answer.
As of now,
They
yes.
have to write. Yes,
Yes,
they have to
yes.
write that.
Yeah, so right now they have to follow this process. They have to make an application and they have to write the screening test.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the process now.
And I have one more question from the parents
Before
side.
that, just sir, you asked for some email communication for reaching
Yes,
out
sir.
to
Yes,
other
sir.
queries. So I'm
Yes.
just
Yes. Dear parents and students, please take a screenshot of this email communication admissions@iitmz.ac.in, which is directly connected with IIT Madras Zanzibar campus admission process shared by Professor Shivanagendra Garu. Please take a screenshot.
I have a next question, dear Kigaru.
Yes.
Any one of can answer. What about this accommodation? Is it separate for boys, girls, or is there in United States or somewhere else the same hostel, something like that? Is a very concern question for the parent side.
So the accommodation is separate for boys and girls. It's same location, but the
Okay.
wings are separate.
Okay. And there is no specific percentage of scholarships. It is after examination only you'll decide, right?
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead, dear Kigar, if any other things that.
Thank you, Bhagirath sir. Any more questions? Definitely all these questions which are coming from student side or parent side can be forwarded to admissions@iitmz.ac.in. So kind request to all the parents and students who are part of the seminar, even the faculty members or administrators, can please share this particular even website ID also, sir. Shivanagendra sir, can you share the website ID? I think it is, yeah. These two are the sum and substance of their interaction program with which the parent or the students can interact. So, any other specific questions, Raghu sir, from your Andhra Pradesh? Adreddy sir, from your Telangana? Any specific questions again? This time I am going through the chat box. Mohana Priya, can you identify any unique question there?
Difference between Tanzania and IIT Madras.
Yeah. Yes. What is the question, Mohana? Please come out again so that.
Difference between Tanzania and IIT Madras.
Yeah.
The question is not clear. Tanzania is a country. IIT Madras is a campus. We are there in the country, just like IIT Madras Chennai is in India. IIT Madras Zanzibar is in Tanzania.
Okay.
There is a question.
Actually, our question was like that. Is that same standard going to maintain at Zanzibar or not?
Absolutely. You can take that to be 1000%.
Because we are making the parent and student to think out of the box. Now, a new initiative has been proposed by IIT Madras, officially a government of India's project. And probably we are the first private institution to welcome you and have a common forum where Sri Chaitanya and IIT Madras commonly conducted one interactive session. So it should be meaningful and quite helpful and provide the fruitful solution to students and parents. That's what our belief is. Our management suggested
You
that
should
it
look
should
at it
be.
as, a lot of parents, may want to send their kids abroad for an education. People who want to send to UK, USA, and so on. Consider us instead.
Sir, how was the cost of living, sir? Rajgopal, sir, Prabhu, sir.
Cost of living is very affordable. So one Tanzanian shilling is close to 36 Indian rupees.
Wow.
So it's very affordable. Yes.
Is there any part-time, can do it? It's what is the working actually? I mean, day works actually. It's like same IIT Madras or what?
Now you are making us think innovatively. This is a
No,
full-time
it's
program.
full time. Even we get of course, undergraduates don't ask this question, but postgraduates ask, but it's simply not possible because the load is heavy. Academic load is heavy and it's full time.
Okay.
Bhagirath, how you were there in your IIT Madras campus when you were a student, same environment will be there. That's what I understand from their words.
Yeah, I understand.
Am
I
I correct,
understand.
madam?
But most of this, foreign countries, they're just, conducting classes half a week and they're just, sending the students out for work. So 20 hours per week, this is a process elsewhere. In the United States, even in UK, in all other countries, they can do work 20 hours per week. Is there any such case? Because as you are anyway introducing this IIT Madras as an international campus in Zanzibar, that is the reason why my question is.
Yeah, it's fair enough, sir, but we also pride ourselves not only in our academics, but our campus experience. And like Professor Prabhu talked about earlier, that startup culture, developing that entrepreneurship mindset, doing innovation, these are all activities that the hackathons and other competitions that the students participate in. These are all activities that we would expect them to be part of. And that's typically how an IIT Madras undergraduate at least plans their time today, is what I have seen. It's a little bit different than earlier times. In the past 10 years, 15 maybe, we've seen this shift strongly. And culturally, we spoke about academics, but culturally also we want to ensure that the same is true in Zanzibar.
That's great. That's great.
So people are asking for this PPT presentation to be shared in the group. So Mohana, once we are done with the seminar, please share me the PPT so that I'll pass on to my academic group so that it will be taken forward for the student, which has got all the details related to fees, examination pattern, related to Zanzibar information, location, everything is there. So majority of the questions which are available in the webinar chat box are covered. So I think we are done with any other questions. Professor Raghu sir from Andhra Pradesh. Raghu sir from Andhra Pradesh, any more questions are there? Adi Reddy sir from Telangana, any more questions are there from your end?
Okay, it's enough information, of course, everything.
Thank you. Anything from Maharashtra and rest of India questionnaire from Bhagirath sir, your side?
Sir, actually, I have one question, and the last question, I don't take much time. So is there any cutoff mark for this actually examination? From there on, actually, you will take the students up and consider for scholarships. Is there any such case?
Professor Shiva, you want to?
No, actually, we don't have such things so far, because we will only look at it, the deserving student, in a sense that those who have qualified in the screening test and also the interview. Once they joined us, then only we will look into consider their requirements.
The interview and the written test, both you will take any percentages, or according to the situation and merit of the student, you will take it?
No, interview and also the screening test. In addition, if the student has something, as Prabhu has indicated, if they are deserving, definitely we will look into that.
Thank you. Thank you so much. That's all from my side. DRK sir, thank you.
Thank you. So I think we have come to the flag end of the session. So outset, my heartfelt thanks to IIT Madras professors, eminent professors team, Professor Preeti Agalayam Madam, Professor Prabhu Rajgopal sir, and Professor Shivanagendra Garu. Besides, I am immensely thankful to the management of Sri Chaitanya institutions, especially Director Sridhar Garu. On the day he gave time to interact with Professor Pasumati Ramakrishna, and he has taken the insights immediately. He said, yes, this is amazing concept. Immediately go for a webinar. That's what he said. I thought it will take a little more time for them to take a decision or understand. But they said, okay, it is a awareness seminar, by which the people, students or parents, aspirants can understand. So I'm thankful to Director CS sir for his immediate directions. And I'm immensely thankful to Umashankar sir. He has spent a lot of time with Umashankar sir is our IT National Head Coordinator, is not available today, the part of the meeting scheduled for some other important task. So he has interacted with Professor Pasumati and taken a lot of insights and shared his views also. He is a IIT Kanpur product. He has been with Sri Chaitanya for the past more than 3 decades and is the instrumental person in producing all India top results like below 10, below hundreds and thousands. We can say is the nucleus of central, central core person is the program designer and the execution party will take care. Besides this, I am thankful to the directors, academic directors Sushma Madam and operational director Nagendra sir who were given permission to communicate this particular subject in a very short span of time. I'm thankful to our academic team, Professor Radhireddy Garu and Rav Kumar sir and our Bhagirao sir, and many thanks to IIT Zanzibar team. Look forward that definitely there will be some materialization, collaboration, and by this information, some students, the thoughts may be ignited, they may just enhance their skills of learning, they may now see the new insights. First time in the history, I can say a private institution, no one have taken an initiative of conducting such seminars. Sri Chaitanya is the only one which has taken an immediate step to understand the concept of a government institution, that is IIT Madras. Of course, we are a part of IIT Madras by sending 100 students minimum every year. If you go and just throw a stone, definitely it will hit one of the Chaitanya student, I can say. So, thankful to the professors.
There is a question, sir.
Yes, sir. Raghu sir.
In the chat box, no discussion on placement cell or no discussion on placements. Is there
What is
any
the question?
placement
Please come
cell?
again.
In the chat box, if there is a question that there is no discussion on placements and placement cell.
Yeah.
We
I
already
think
discussed that one.
it was covered, but again, no, it was covered 2 times, Raghu sir. He has shown a specific slide on
No,
that.
it's there in the chat box. It is there in the chat box, I'm telling you.
Okay, done. For the sake of Raghu sir's repeat question, I think Preeti will answer it again. Preeti madam, just take 1 second to answer.
Sure. So thank you, Raghu sir. Our master students who graduated in July are all placed. They've been placed in good technology companies in India and Africa. And a handful of them have also gone to top PhD programs, international ones. Our undergraduate student, first batch has not yet graduated. They're a little more than a year from graduation. And as Professor Prabhu said, we're very confident that they'll get very good placements. And they're a very diverse group. And the third point is that in terms of internships, almost all our students have secured internships. In fact, for some of the organizations came to us and say, because you're training, because there's IIT Madras here, your trained students we can trust a lot more. So can you give us some interns? And we've done a strong internship program. And I think if I can use Prabhu's words, the prognosis is very good and we feel confident that they'll get very good placements when the first batch of undergraduates graduates in 2027.
Excuse me.
Madam, there is a small question, one more question, Preeti madam.
Just the doors from the multiple directions, no. Simple. Not only.
Madam, Preeti madam, there was one more beautiful question. If there any emergency, is the health facilities are good?
So the health facilities are sort of available, but we have a doctor on campus. We have our own clinic, like at IIT Madras. Sorry, Prof. Preeti. Yeah.
No, that's,
And
we have
there's some
By the light Mumbai these days.
health insurance.
It's really, I mean, currently it's starting to get hot again.
Now, outside the campus, is there any good facilities of health emergency?
Medical facilities outside the campus.
So we've had some small things already. Hopefully, Prabhu has not faced this. We had one dengue. We had one of our students playing football a little aggressively. They were all handled by hospitals in Zanzibar. There are many clinics and hospitals available. And for small things, our students have reached out. And we support them a lot, actually. We handhold them and take them.
Done. So because many African countries, they are not having the best medical.
I have to drop off now. My sincere apologies. It is an important question, but in general, I must say that in East Africa, the health facilities are actually quite good. So we wouldn't say they're comparable to India, but for all the simple ailments, we have enough support available. And hopefully at that young age, students don't get any complications. If any complication is required, the closest city is Dar es Salaam, which has very good medical facilities. Also Nairobi, which is an hour-and-a-half flight from here, also has very good facilities. So that's the short answer. Our facilities in Zanzibar are good, but I wouldn't say they are like any city in India. But good facilities are available close by.
Done, sir. Thank you, sir. I think we are done with all the majority of the questions and answers. So
Sir, DRK sir, one question is syllabus.
I will
Syllabus.
be logging
Specific
off
syllabus.
at this point. My sincere apologies. I just have to hop on to one more thing.
No problem,
Yeah.
sir. Last, only thing is the syllabus. What is the syllabus for the online test, sir?
Syllabus, sir, I have already in the
is available. Bhagirav,
in
sir, the syllabus and everything is given in the website. QR scan code is given in which entire information is there. Syllabus part, examination part, way of conducting
Okay, right,
examination,
fine. Good
centers,
understanding.
fees part, everything is clarity wise. The mention is been done in Shiva Nagendra sir presentation. So definitely majority of the points are covered. So thank you so much, dear professors, and thank you IIT Madras for giving us such a.
Sir, a small last question, sir. DRK, last question.
Yes.
Can you share the video of IIT Zanzibar so that we can share to all the parents?
మన సోషల్ మీడియాని ఫాలో చేయండి సార్, చాలా వీడియోస్ ఉన్నాయి.
రఘుగోపాల్ గారు
మళ్ళీ కావాలి అంటే ఇప్పుడు ఒక కొత్త క్యాంపెయిన్ స్టార్ట్ చేసాము, ఎయిర్టెల్ ఆఫ్రికా అని చెప్పి. ఆ వీడియోస్ కూడా వస్తున్నాయి ఆన్లైన్, మీరు చూసుకోవచ్చు. అన్ని ప్లాట్ఫామ్లలో కూడా ఉన్నాం మనం. లింక్డ్ఇన్, ఎక్స్, తర్వాత ఫేస్బుక్, ట్విట్టర్ అన్నిటిలో కూడా ఉన్నాం మనం. సో మా సోషల్ మీడియాని ఫాలో చేస్తూ ఉండండి అంతే.
ఓకే సార్, థ్యాంక్ యూ సార్.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for valuable insights on this seminar. Thank you from Sri Chaitanya side. Thank you so much.
అందరినీ జాన్జిబార్ లో చూద్దాం.
Dr. Rao, thank you.
Thank
You were brilliant, Dr. Rao. Thank you so much for conducting this event.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Dr. Rao garu, DRK garu, thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Mohana Priya, for a wonderful session. Thank you, Shiva Nagendra, sir. Thank you.
It's so nice. You are very well organized, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for the
Shiva
support.
Nagendra, sir, please take my number from Mohana Priya.
Sure.
We'll interact because I sit in central office. I am basically into lot of connectivity communications.
Sure.
I can when I posted this on LinkedIn, it has gone to 6,000 people. You can connect me on even the LinkedIn also.
Sure. Sir, in fact, we wanted to reach out to you in case you also have some engineering colleges, no? So if we have some engineering institutions are also available?
We are not into engineering, sir. We are into schools and +2 system only.
Okay.
But anyway, we will, Professor Ramakrishna sir has interacted with our director. Definitely, you also take time to visit the office once.
Sure.
You will have time with our director, sir. He has got a lot of collaborative plans and very advanced thinking plans are there. Definitely, we'll come out with something good which can do for the society.
Sure. Thank you very much, sir. Okay. Bye. Thank you, Mohana Priya.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mohana Priya. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for the support.